Hello, welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranj, and today I will be giving you the Capper Comparison Picks for the early prelims of UFC 263. That's right, but before I get into that, I want to do a quick recap of what happened with me last week. I did fairly well. I went 8-4, not bad. However, of the 5 parlays from the shows that I did, I only won two of the 5, but still I came out plus money at the end of the event. Not a lot of plus money, but some. Okay, started off real bad. Jordan Levitt, he lost, and then I had Ariane Lipski. I know that the order of my shows were not the order of the fights, but that's how I did it with my parlays. Ariane Lipski also took a loss, knocked out second round. So there goes that parlay gone. But then I won the parlay with Ilir Latifi, Sean Woodson, and Kamuela Kirk, plus money Kamuela Kirk. Oh yeah, won all three of those. So, got that. Then Roma Delidze, he came through for me. However, Dusko Todorovic did not, messed up that parlay. I did take Manon Ferrat, that was a gimme over the short notice. Tabby Ricci, beautiful girl. And then Muslim Salaklov, he came through. But Miguel Baeza did not. He messed up that parlay. However, I did win the champion, the main events parlay, because I picked Rosenstruck and Tybura. They both came through to me, so ended out my night plus money, thankfully. So, without further ado, let's get into tonight. I'm going to be making shows all week. Every night this week. So let's get into it. We've got what I believe is the curtain jerker, Carlos Felipe taking on Jake Collier. Two sloppy big boys. Matter of fact, Carlos Felipe had only one loss. I heard today from Parlay Punch that when he was like 13 or 14, he weighed like 340 pounds or something. But then he got into boxing, and I think boxing's in his family too. Like his father and his grandfather or something, they were all boxers. So it was passed on, and he trimmed down obviously from that 340 or whatever he was when he was 14 years old. Carlos Felipe, Boy, B-O-I, that's his nickname. He is the favorite here at minus 170. He fights out of Brazil, Life MMA. I did not recognize any fighters coming out of there. His last fight was a win against Justin Tafa, split decision win, but a win nonetheless. His opponent is Jake Collier. By the way, Felipe, 26 years old. Back to Jake Collier, the prototype. That prototype of what? I don't know. But Jake Collier comes in with a record of 12-5. His most recent fight was a win against Gian Villante. Gian Villante, not high on my list of good heavyweights, but still, Jake Collier came out of that with a unanimous decision victory. Now, if you look at Jake Collier's Tapology, since way back, I want to say in past maybe 6 or 7 fights, he's been on this pattern. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. Check it out on Tapology. So if you want to go with that continuous pattern, if you think history repeats itself, he is due for a loss coming up because, that's a horrible way to gamble. But, some people do that. It's a variable. It's like the patterns are in the universe. Sometimes they fall into that, but don't, make a bet just because the pattern. but he is on a win-loss pattern. He's due to lose this week. Or, yeah. Okay, he does have, Jake Collier does have a 3-inch height and a 3.5-inch reach advantage. He fights out of No Excuses MMA in Cuba, Missouri. And he is the underdog, getting plus money at plus 145. These odds are according to BetOnline as of right before I started filming this video. The over-under odds were not available yet. Okay, let's see what these cappers have to say. Starting with the favorite, we've got MMA Guru. That's the one with the knit cap from the UK. He is saying Carlos Felipe by decision. He thinks Carlos Felipe is a much better fighter than Jake Collier. Then we've got, let's just jump back and forth, right? Both the guys from Parlay Punch, Matt and Josh, are both saying decision for the prototype Jake Collier. Collier, whatever. Then we've got another guy from the UK, Will Martin. Will Martin's got Carlos Felipe. Will Martin's got, he said he might be taking a little break. He did miss last week. He's got a lot of things going on, guys. He's got a new baby coming on the way, and he's trying to spend as much time with his daughter he's already have, and he's in the process of buying another house and getting his life back together, organized and everything. He's gonna take a break from betting and all this until life settles down a little bit. I feel you, Will Martin. I feel you 100%. I feel you. No need for excuses, bro. All right. Then from Perfect Parlay Pursuit, we've got the Betman Dan is taking Jake Collier. However, the other guys are taking, Alex and Luke are both taking Felipe, Carlos Felipe. Luke and Alex, they got the Brazilian, but Dan is staying All-American, taking Collier. Then we've got, finally, the last capper on this episode of Capper Compares the Bakes is Schroeder MMA Bet. Schroeder, he's saying Carlos Felipe by decision. Okay. This is kind of a tough pick for me because usually when it comes to sloppy middling heavyweights, it's like I go for the dog or pass situation usually. However, I do like Carlos Felipe's boxing stand-up game much better than Collier. Collier has, I mean, I'm going by I don't know. He does have the height and reach advantage, but I just can't. What is this crap? I just can't go. Sorry about that. I just can't go against the boxing of Carlos Felipe. I mean, so I'm gonna have to go with the capper majority here. When in doubt, go with the majority. That's why I do the show. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1, 2, 3. 5 cappers taking Felipe, 3 of them taking Collier. Range is going to take the capper majority. I'm going to take Carlos Felipe, and I think he's going to probably get it done. 3-round fight by decision. Oh, by the way, Collier is 32 for you guys keeping track. I don't think that's really, I mean, heavyweight, it doesn't really play into age. I mean, he's got, Felipe, I guess you could say, has a slight advantage. Heavyweight, they're both prime. They're in their prime. Actually, some people might say Collier is more in the prime. but because he's got more experience. But take it which as you will. I'm gonna go with Carlos Felipe Boy from Brazil to beat Collier. I think he's gonna get it done by decision, outstriking the cat. All right, moving on. Next, we at lightweight, 155 pounds. We have an interesting fight between Ziam, I don't know how you say that, the Smile Killer. He is taking on Luigi Vendramini, the Italian stallion from Brazil, but with the Italian last name, so I don't know what the deal is there. Ziam is fighting out of Sofia, Bulgaria. Bulgarian Cowboy. I just got the Bulgarian Cowboy shirt today. However, I can't wear it until I showcase Vlad on my show, and I'm using him during like main card, so it'll be like probably Wednesday or Thursday when I wear that Cowboy shirt, but I did get it in the mail on Saturday. Okay, Ziam from Bulgarian top team has got, listen to this guys, 5-inch height and 2-inch reach advantage over Luigi Vendramini. He's got an 11-3 record. He's the favorite at -147. His opponent, Luigi Vendramini, the Italian stallion. He's fighting out of Brazil, the Constrictor team. You know who fights out of there? Haniyaya, Francisco Trinaldo, and Renato Moicano all fight out of the Constrictor team in Brazil. He's coming off an awesome win against Justin Ayari, TKO in the first round. His only loss, he's 9-1. His only loss is to Elizu Zaleski, TKO round 2. Okay, let's start with the Italian stallion here. Let's see what these cappers have to say. Okay, taking Vendramini, we've got Schroeder, MMA bet. He's saying Vendramini by submission. Interesting pick there. Will Martin is also taking the Italian stallion here. Then we've got MMA Guru jumping on board with Vendramini. All the guys from Perfect Parlay Suit making it Triple P certified for Vendramini. Then finally, both Matt and Josh from Parlay Punch making this a full capper consensus. Surprisingly, the underdog too. Now, if you guys don't know, boom, a full capper consensus. These are good luck pearls to all y'all. A full capper consensus is when all the handicappers choose one side in a consensus pick, and all the cappers on this show, coincidentally, I didn't plan it like this either. These guys just had their picks out, and I happened to pick them early. All of them are going against Ziam and taking Luigi Vendramini to make this a full capper consensus at plus money. Also, I cannot, even if I wanted Ziam, I can't go against a plus money full capper consensus. I just can't. So I'm going to also take Vendramini here, go with the advice of all the cappers, and I think he should be able to get it done. Man, perfect parlay punch. Matt is saying by submission. Josh is saying by TKO. He's already plus number. I'm just going to say within distance. How's that? Within distance. Even though this guy, Faraz, he's got that huge height advantage. 5-inch height advantage. I mean, and a 2-inch reach advantage. And he's from Bulgarian top team. What are you going to do? But Luigi Vendramini, plus money, Capra consensus, gotta go with it, you know. Okay, moving on. Finally, for this show, we've got the featherweight fight between Steven Ocho Peterson. Ocho means 8. I have no idea. I guess like that Weili Yan, she's 9. So I don't, whatever. Anyway, Steven Ocho Peterson is taking on Chase the Dream Hooper. Not the Italian Dream, that's Marvin Vittori. We'll talk about him on Thursday, Friday. But this is just Chase Hooper, the Dream. Okay, Steven Peterson. He comes in with a record of 18-9. Somewhat a veteran, you could say. He is... Actually, they're both minus 110. This is even odds, coin flip odds. Don't know, but there's no favorite in this according to Bet Online. I think Chase Hooper, when it opened up, I want to say he was a slight favorite, but I couldn't tell you. I'm saying these are right now. I just looked them up, these odds. Okay, Steven Peterson's fighting at a Fortis MMA in Dallas, Texas. Very active facility. Let me mention some of the fighters out of Fortis MMA. Ryan Spann, Lexus Great White Morono, Damon the Leech Jackson, Diego Ferreira, and then we got a couple fighters with fights coming up within the next couple months. We've got Austin Lingo, Ramiz Brahamaj, and Miles Johns, all Fortis MMA fighters with fights scheduled within the next couple months. Okay. Steven Peterson's coming off a spinning back fist win in the second round against Martin Bravo. And he is looking to bring the pain to Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper, 10 years younger, 21 years old, young guy, hot prospect. He's coming off a win against Peter Barrett. Out of Boston. Peter Barrett, man, I had money on Peter Barrett, and Peter Barrett, I'll tell you what, was winning the entire fight right up until he got submitted by that, what was it, triangle? Heel hook, right until he got submitted by a heel hook in round 3, right up into that, on my scorecards, he was beating Hooper. Anyways, Chase Hooper, the Dream, fights out of Unumclaw, Washington, Combat Sport and Fitness. Didn't recognize any of the names there. He's got a 3-inch height and a 5.5-inch reach advantage over Steven Peterson. But in this case, I would say Steven Peterson's the better striker. It's striker versus grappler. Chase Hooper is the, he's like the submission guy. He's got more grappling. His striking is kind of suspect. Like I said, Peter Barrett was pieced him up. Let's see. Yeah, let's go. Let's start with, doesn't matter. Let's start with Steven Peterson. Because they're both the same odds, there's not a favorite. We've got Will Martin. He's on side of Steven Peterson. Then taking Chase Hooper, we've got the MMA Guru. He's saying Hooper by submission in the second round, round 2. Told you he does have submission skills on the ground. Then we've got the Parlay Punch. Matt is saying, I'll write it here. Matt is saying by decision. And Josh is saying by TKO. And then we've got Schroeder MMA Bet is saying by decision. And finally, for the tiebreaker, if you will, Well, we got kind of one more capper taking Peterson. But we've got the perfect parlay pursuit. Luke, Matt, and Dan are in agreement. And yes, Chase Hooper is Triple P certified. Perfect. Should I write it out? I'll write it out. Perfect parlay. Shit. Parlay pursuit. All those guys are taking Chase Hooper in this. You know what? Because of recency bias, I know he did end up winning and beating Peter Barrett, and it cost me because I had picked Peter Barrett due to an interview I saw with him, and I was high on him. I thought he had it till that heel hook at the end. Oh, that's why I wasn't impressed with that. I was impressed with the heel hook at the end to save it, but I think I'm gonna go with the veteran here in Steven Peterson. He's not an underdog, but I am taking Peterson to get this done because of recency bias in that last fight against Peter Barrett. Even though he beat Peter Barrett, Peter Barrett beat him all the way until he got heel hook submission. So, how's Peterson gonna win it? I think I'm gonna say it's either gonna be, I think it's gonna be, man, I don't know. We'll say decision for Peterson, because I think he's gonna be able to keep it standing up and just outstrike him. If it does go to the ground, hopefully Steven Peterson can use his veteran experience to pop back up. And maybe he'll throw one of those crazy spinning back fists or something crazy. But anyway, to recap, time check. Oh, not bedtime yet. Okay, to recap, I have Carlos Felipe beating Jake Collier, the prototype. I got a boy beating him by decision. Then I got Luigi Vendramini, the Brazilian-Italian stallion, winning within distance because he's a plus money capper consensus pick. Everybody's taking him to beat Fares Ziam, which kind of blows my mind. Nobody took the favorite here. That's pretty cool. And so, what's this tell you? Place your bet now, because that will, if by the looks of it, it's not going to stay a plus money number. Ziam might end up being plus money by the time fight comes. And finally, I've got Ocho, Steven Peterson beating Chase the Dream Hooper by decision. So there you have it. Gather the info, place those bets, and cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done that. Share. Feel free to comment. Leave me a like. Hit the bell. I'm going to make videos every night this week, because there's, big fights. This is a great card. I like it. So good luck on these bets, and I will see you tomorrow, next episode.